Burp Suite, the tool basically every pentester uses, and now it can actually be connected to the AI, not just copy-paste and waiting for an answer, but actually connected. AI can communicate with different services through the Burp Suite, can use different tools and check proxy history, and also find vulnerabilities while you watch. So I gave it a deliberately vulnerable application, and I just typed one sentence, find the vulnerabilities. And then I just watched. Let me show you how to set this up, and at the end we'll see actually if it's worth the hype and it actually makes any sense. Let's just quickly go over the concept of the MCP, which is the Model Context Protocol. MCP is sort of like an adapter that connects different applications with AI. So this way AI sees the functionality that are available through the MCP and can use them to perform different actions. So basically you're giving hands to the AI in the form of that tool. So this will make Burp Suite create different repeater tabs, check your proxy history, initiate communication with different applications and servers through the Burp Suite. Portswigger made this available for everyone, and you don't have to be with a license. You can use the community version to run this AI MCP server. And everything it takes is just extension that you can download from the Burp application store. Everything I'm doing in this video is made for educational purposes, and I do not own this application that I'm testing, but it was specifically made for vulnerability research and it's hosted in my local network, so nothing leaves my network. But before you attempt to test this tool against any website, you need to have a written permission for the test. Let's continue. And let's start from installation. Basically, we can use Community Edition of Burp Suite. And in order to install this application, we go to the extension, we search for MCP, and then we click Install. And when it's installed, you'll see that there's a new tab, which is MCP. That's pretty much it. If you want to install Claude code, you can pretty much download it from Anthropic official website. And then as I'm going to test my local application, I'm going to give auto approve HTTP targets, and I'll put something in here, which is the localhost 9191 port. Then we also need install this to Claude desktop. What is this going to do? It's just going to put the configuration for MCP server inside of a Claude. What is this? This is when you click the plus button, then connectors, and then you have the MCP servers available to you in Claude. So if we go back, we just click install to Claude desktop, and it says configuration file, and we click yes. Installation successful. How can we check that? We simply go and get the file. And in my case, and probably in your case, it will be an easy install. And as you see, I have a couple MCP servers, and Burp is one of them, which was automatically added inside of this configuration file. This is pretty much all in terms of setup. So then we want to configure the target itself. So I think one of the ways is actually opening Burp and then manually going through the target. So this way we have some proxy history, and then we can ask AI to kind of check for vulnerabilities, you know, map the application and things like that. Let's start from the basic. We have 0 repeater tabs. We go to Claude and say, can you create a blank repeater tab in Burp? Okay, it's failed. Let's check what is going on. Okay, let's just reload Claude. Okay, and it's working. Easy. We essentially just want to see if it's working or not. Yeah, just do it already. And yeah, we have a new repeater tab and some login post and forget password. So then we can actually find all abilities and make a report, but do not search online for solutions or source code. And the reason why I'm doing this, because this is publicly available tool, and in one of my tests, Claude actually went online, found the source code and solutions, and presented that as a report, which is not the outcome I want to see in this session. So yeah, this will basically let it run for some time, and then the good thing about it, you can check all of the requests and everything that Claude is doing for you, or any other AI tool. And here's the report. It doesn't show anything critical in here. Severity is wrong, but let's make it actually find something. Yeah, and basically we just found another vulnerability, which is indeed the vulnerable place. Everything went well and there's some reasoning around it. However, I did not ask about this specific forgot username page, and it's great that Claude was able to find it and actually found the SQL injection. I guess the criticality is can be critical, can be high, but at the same time it proved that it can find vulnerabilities. Of course, it's not all of them, but at the same time we just started our testing. So what if I didn't push it? I don't think it would actually find the vulnerability itself. In order to be great at something, I think Claude needs a lot of different prompts, maybe a different set of prompts to work properly, like a checklist or something. Because as you've seen, it was ready to make and present a report with only 6 findings, but when I pushed it, we actually found a critical vulnerability. And yeah, we actually created some intruder payloads that can be used for further exploitation, which is pretty cool, I would say. And we all have this question, does AI actually replace humans? And at this point of time, I can confidently say that AI is really great at summarizing different tasks, giving you overview, giving you more information about the target, which is reconnaissance, enumeration, scanning, and things like that. But when it comes to the exploitation, I would say this is where humans need to take part and actually think about different exploitation stuff, test cases, and things like that. But still, it's pretty great tool in your arsenal, because you can get all of the enumeration, reconnaissance, and even reporting stuff, and you can give it to AI. But instead, you can focus on more hard-working tasks and things that require more creativity and actual hard work. So just to sum up, 60-40, maybe 50-50 approach is good when you handle the rest, when AI does the heavy lifting and you handle the rest. This way you can maximize your productivity. Everything that I used in this video is actually free, just the Burp Suite. If you want to buy it, you can buy the Pro license, but you don't need this for the AI tool itself. And drop the comment below if you think tools like this make the field is actually accessible to anyone, or we just automating some entry-level points. I'm curious about your thoughts on this matter. See you in the next one. Bye.